Hello, beautiful people. I'm going to give it a minute for people to jump on. We're going to kick off our first Survivor Support Circle today here on PAVE. So just wanted to kind of give a few minutes for people to jump on. I know a bunch of people were kind of out there waiting. So I see people jumping on now. So I'm going to stall for a minute before I get started. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Happy Inspiration Tuesday. That's kind of the theme of today's Survivor Support Circle that we're kicking off here at PAVE. And it's great to be here with all of you. I actually decided to move my kind of workspace today to outside because it's literally a beautiful day. The humidity is finally down here. And I live right by the ocean, so that kind of ocean breeze is kind of coming off the shore and into the backyard. So hello everyone. Hi Caitlin. Hi anyone who's jumping on now. I'm going to start with a little intro once I see a few more people jump on of kind of who I am, what I do professionally, who I am personally, and what the project we're going to do today is. So I hope everyone is having a nice day. Drop down what you've done today, anything self-care related, or how you're enjoying this beautiful day if it's beautiful where you are. Let me know where you're watching from. That'd be a great way to get some conversation going in the chat. I know you can't really chat back to each other on a live, but it would be great to see where some people are tuning in from, and who's excited for kind of a self-care project in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. I hope everyone is getting some time outside if it's nice where you are, or just glad you're here joining us today for this kind of kickoff of the Survivor Support Circle series from PAVE. So also, let us know how you found out about this event, if it was social media, or you saw it, or someone shared it with you. It would be great to know those things as well if you're watching now or later. Definitely share this with your friends. I will be saving the video, and if you would like, oh awesome, someone from Arizona is joining. Hello. I'm sure it's much warmer there than it is here. But anyway, so I think I'm going to get started with an intro. Some people are hopping on now, and I just wanted to kind of show my face. I'm often behind the Survivor Support Committee at PAVE. I've been connected to PAVE for over 15 years. I came across Angela Rose's story when I was in the midst of my own aftermath of child sexual abuse and later sexual assault. And Angela and PAVE were such a great resource for me, even one-on-one support, and even just kind of showing me what it was like to kind of move past trauma and have a voice and empower others through my story. So I've had a lot of amazing opportunities to connect through PAVE and be a part of different projects and just share my story on that platform. So I've been connected to PAVE for over 15 years. It's crazy to say that because I was such a young girl when I connected to PAVE, and so much has changed since then. Those of you who've been through sexual trauma know that the healing is not linear, and there's a lot that we go through on our journeys, but I just want to be a hope and light and a voice for people to know that they're not alone. You are not alone if you're a survivor out there watching this video, and we're here for you, and we support you, we believe you, and we're giving these opportunities for this Survivor Support Circle so that people can feel connected during this time and even beyond this time. It's a crazy time to find ways to be connected. So we wanted to kind of kick this off. Today's September 1st. So we thought today would be a great day to kick this off with some creativity and just to get to know each other on here, kind of put a face and voice behind the screen, and give people an opportunity to share with each other and share this experience with each other. Whether you're a survivor or not, it's all about unity and supporting survivors even if you're not one. So we love that all of you have joined us here today. And again, my name is Melanie. I am part of the Survivor Support Committee at PAVE. I'm kind of behind the scenes a lot of the time, sometimes with the social media. I may have responded to you at one time or another, but I just wanted to kind of be a face and voice on this page today and just kind of own my story as a survivor. I went through sexual abuse when I was 12 years old as a child, and then sexual assault as well. multiple times after that through college and things like that with a family friend. So it's just been it's been a long journey, and as we know, if you're a survivor, healing is not linear. So we just wanted to give a platform and a way for survivors to stay connected, for you to own your stories, and to also contribute to self-care. We've learned that this is real life. There's a plane above my head right now, of course. But anyway, so we've learned through, I've definitely learned on my journey that self-care is crucial, not optional. It's non-negotiable. Self-care is non-negotiable on a survivor's healing journey. So like I said, I'm a survivor of sexual abuse, sexual assault, but I'm also an advocate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for child victims of crime and survivors of sexual assault and sexual violence and sexual trauma, however you want to define it. We all have our different ways of defining it, and that's okay. And little projects like this, what I'm about to go through with you, have helped me on my journey, just as little reminders. I always have little reminders around me, both on my personal journey and my professional journey as an advocate. For example, the necklace I'm wearing today says she believed she could, so she did. I have some bracelets on today. I have a cross because I have a really strong faith. I have Thrive. I have one that says Unbreakable, and then another one that says Breathe. So those are just some things that have kind of kept me going on my journey. It's been a long journey. I embarked on this journey about 16 years ago through my own sexual assault and the aftermath. My case went to trial. I went through kind of all those different phases of the journey: counseling, EMDR, just healing from the inside out. But something that was really tangible for me were these reminders that I can wear on my wrist or wear on my neck. But also things like these little tiles that I'm going to show you how to do today. So this is an example of one of them. These are inspirational tiles, and basically it's like a mini version of a vision board, kind of, or whatever you want to call it. So this one just says empower. It's something simple. It's very easy to do to get on there. But then I have another one that's more detailed, I guess. I put different layers of color with paper and magazine pages, and you can even like color it and then seal it, but this one is things that make me happy: and coffee, peace, nature, and stepping out in faith is this sentence right here. So we're going to be making tiles today. Who's excited? Talk to me in the comments. I can see you all there. I love these because they're so simple. All you need is individual tiles from your local hardware store. White ones are great, but if you wanted to do a color one, that's an adventure you can choose yourself. And then basically what else you need is Mod Podge. They sell these. This is a bigger container of it. They have smaller ones too. It doesn't take a ton, so you don't need to buy a big bottle like this, but I keep it around. And I also, various paintbrush sizes. I just have one today, but you can use whatever you find is easiest. And then also, so this is kind of what a blank tile looks like, just so you can kind of see it. And then for kind of the bulk of our project today, you would need to get like a magazine or something. A lot of people use like yoga magazines. I love this Magnolia journal. I'm actually going to make one. I saw there's wholeness on here, which I think I'm going to use to make another tile. But just kind of words or pictures from a magazine that you found that you like. There's a lot of beautiful things that you can find or create within looking through a magazine or things like that. So I'm going to start with, I have kind of a vision set up for mine today. So I have this, this part is going to go kind of down the side of my tile. And then I have the word dream that's going to go on there. I have the sentence, give thanks in everything. I also have, these ones are smaller, so I'm going to leave them laid down so I don't lose them. But one of them says become, and then I have peace, advocacy, to overflow, and this beautiful kind of flower image here. So get your stuff ready because I'm going to start in a moment. So basically what you can do is you can lay your tile, your blank tile, on a flat surface. And you can start by taking a small layer. Again, if you need a minute to cut things out, I'll kind of go over these steps as we go. But get your stuff cut up and ready to go. Maybe put lay them out on the tile to kind of see where you want to put them on here. And again, for those just popping on, here is like a tile that is done already. It's kind of laid out. This one I've had for like many years, so it looks a little rough because I probably spilled coffee on it a bunch of times. But and also just a note about the sealer, which I'll talk about later. I just use Mod Podge to make it simple, but you can also do like a layer of Mod Podge and then a layer of different sealer. This one I did not do that. I just did Mod Podge on this one. So that's really up to you and what you want to do regarding that, okay? All right, so from here on out, this is how it's going to work. So you're going to take your paintbrush once you're ready. Oops. And you are going to kind of paint all the parts of your tile here. Or even just start where you're going to put your first like image or word, and then you can kind of go from there. So right now I'm just going to do the side because I'm going to put this on the side of my tile. So if those of you who are just joining are still cutting out, that's okay. I'm going to kind of go over the steps multiple times. So what you do is you kind of put your first image or word on the tile here, and then you put a layer of the Mod Podge underneath it so it'll stick, and then put a layer of it over it to seal it. And again, with the sealer you can use a more heavy-duty sealer to seal in the long run kind of thing, but just kind of get it at least sealed first with the Mod Podge, and then you can use another sealer to keep it more durable later for the coffee. I usually put coffee on mine, but you can put tea or whatever, or just have it as a reminder, like in your office or your desk space or wherever you'd like. Sometimes I rub it in with my finger because who doesn't love getting crafty? So just to kind of rub the edges and the bumps and things like that. And this will dry clear even if it looks very white, but it'll dry clear. So just keep that as something to keep in mind. Okay. All right. So I am gonna hold this up. So it's kind of covered over right now, so that'll be in there. Welcome to anyone who's just joining us. We're making inspiration tiles today. Hopefully you saw the event and were able to get your supplies. If not, take a look at this video at another time. I kind of will go over the steps multiple times. So your first step is to lay the tile on a flat surface and supplies, get all your supplies out and ready to go. The second step is to go through magazines and cut out any words or pictures or create your own word. Like on this one, this was not all one word, these were individual letters. It says empower, so I kind of created that on my own. So you can kind of go through that and then lay out the design to make sure that it all fits on the tile, and you might have to make multiple tiles, so I would suggest picking up a couple. These are great for like gifts for people or just to encourage someone or any and all of the above. And we're doing this today as part of Survivor Circle through PAVE, just to give survivors and those who care about them a way to connect. This is more of a general thing for anyone who wants to contribute to their own self-care, give themselves little reminders on a coaster. You know, that's what I use mine for. Like I said earlier, I'm a survivor of sexual trauma, and I also work as an advocate for survivors 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So it's really crucial for me to have little reminders, affirmations, positive things to remember in the midst of my day-to-day. So that's our goal, is to share this with you so that you can use it for your day-to-day as well. So then paint a layer of Mod Podge on the tile once you're ready to get started, just so it's kind of sticky and ready to go for anything that you're going to put on there. And then also start placing the words and pictures after that, kind of where you want them, and I'm doing that as we're talking so that I can show you what it kind of looks like. Once you start to do that, it's going to look like it's white, but it will dry clear, so just don't worry about that. If it's white to you right now, it will dry clear, but make sure you put like a kind of even layer you don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin either. So just kind of somewhere in the middle on that. So this kind of looks a little bit foggy right now just because it hasn't dried yet. It's very wet still. But you'll start to see it come to life, and this is what it will look like. This one looked the same with the letters, but you can see how clear it came out there. And this one as well. This one's in a little bit of rough shape because I've used it at work every day for like 4 years, but I put my coffee on it, so I've probably spilt coffee on there a few times, but it's well loved, and it's a nice reminder of things that make me happy, which coffee is one of those. So, and then, so I'm going to just keep painting and talking at you while I paint this on to get it to somewhat of a final stage here. How's everyone doing? I see you in the comments there, everybody. Oh, that's awesome. Caitlin, you found a box of large tiles. I think it's a great activity to do with friends. Absolutely. Definitely something great to do with friends or give to friends as a gift. Maybe something that makes you think of them or words that you would use to describe them. Definitely a great, easy thing to do for people. And then once you start placing your words and inspirational sayings on your tile, you'll want to make sure you get out some bumps and any of those types of things, just to make sure that it'll dry kind of flat and clearly. But yeah, I would love to hear. I know, awesome. Well, Sarah just answered what I was going to ask you to do. Where you're joining from, how you heard about this, and anything you want to share with us, that would be great. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the first of many Survivor Support Circle kind of mini events online. We may be doing some live reading of some inspirational books, definitely some survivor meetups, and definitely things for people who may not be survivors of sexual trauma but support them and believe them. So just for anyone who's passionate about this, we welcome you to join us when we do these events. So still working on mine over here. Yes, Angela Rose joining from Chicago, founder of PAVE. She's incredible if you don't know her. She has been a huge support to me on my survivor journey, and I wouldn't be sitting here without people like her who've supported me along the way for the past 15 years. So definitely shout out to Angela for creating PAVE and just giving this platform for survivors to connect with other survivors and also to find support, hope, and healing. So, oh, hey, Amber. My friend Amber just joined us. She is part of an awesome organization that I'm part of as well in West Virginia. It's called SHIELD, and I posted this event on their page as well this morning as I'm running their social media. So it's been really great to just kind of connect with survivors from all over, and that's kind of one of the reasons behind this platform is to really connect people together, especially during this time where connection is so hard to find in where we are now, where we're spending a lot of more time at home and not many events are going on. So we just wanted to give you a concrete event online. Hey, Andrea and Melanie from Toronto. They're amazing people as well. They're going to be involved in this Survivor Support Circle as well, doing some different things with their creativity. So definitely stay tuned for that. And again, we're just getting started on these. I'm painting as I'm talking to you. So this is what mine's starting to look like. I have to do another layer, but you can see on top it says give thanks in everything. I started to write become, dream, a little heart that I cut out of like a couple words that I liked in that paragraph, and flowers, and just incorporating whatever I kind of saw. I'm about to add the word advocacy, which is awesome because those of you who know me know that I'm a full-time advocate for survivors of sexual violence and also a survivor. So it's kind of full circle journey for me, and it's really incredible to be here with all of you. I'm right now adding to overflow because I think as an advocate and a survivor, it is often out of my overflow that I'm able to do this. You know, I was given a voice and given support and given given so much light on my journey that I was able to really now can overflow that onto others and to be that support for others on their own journey. So I'm adding overflow to my word. I'd love to hear some of the things that you're adding to yours. I can see the comments, and definitely everybody else check out the comments. I have Angela, the founder of PAVE, and Rachel, who are putting some different events in the comments for you to check out that are coming up. We have some incredible people involved in those things, and just really are there to support each other in all our endeavors, right? So we just want to create a supportive community and just give people outlets for what they may be walking through. This is a really crucial thing for me, is having these reminders. I always have like an inspirational word on my wrist often, and this is just another tangible way to have inspiration with you. I could put my coffee cup on here, and when I look down, or when I go to grab my coffee mug off of this, I can look down and remember these things that give thanks in everything, to overflow, become, advocacy, peace, dream, and just beautiful reminder of nature and just beautiful things. So I would love to hear, drop down what you're putting on yours. I'd love to hear some of the words that you've chose or created, definitely things like that. And so you can put kind of one layer underneath of the things that you've cut out, and then one layer on top, maybe a second layer on top, and then also just kind of, if you want to use a more durable sealer, you can spray that on there. I'm actually going to try that with this one or another one that I make, just to see how the more heavy-duty sealer works. But for these other two that I made, I only used Mod Podge, so no big deal about that at all. This one says empower. I actually made this one, fun fact, I made this one. I work for a local child advocacy center here on the Cape and Islands in Massachusetts, and we actually made these, used these as a project that I ran for our empowerment summit that PAVE helped fund for us. So that was really cool to kind of bring the kids and families that we've worked with, that I've worked with as an advocate, to a center, and we had all different activities all day long that contributed to self-care and healing, and so we were able to make these tiles one day, and I made this one that just says empower. So how's everyone doing out there? Just wanted to give an update. Rachel and Angela have been putting in the comments some of the events coming up. There will be more Survivor Circle events coming up, one at the end of the month with Andrea and Melanie, which will be really amazing, so stay tuned for that. There will also be a Survivor Support Zoom coming up mid-September, and for more information, definitely check out PAVE's website at shatteringthesilence.org. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes, just chat with you, but then I will hop off. How's everyone doing with their projects? I'm just going to go back to some of the comments and try to respond here live to some of you. We got some people from LA, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Chicago, let's see, New York, where else? We got LA, another LA, West Virginia, Toronto, Boston, Iowa, Naples, Florida. All right. Yeah, so the next event that's coming up on the Survivor Support Circle is September 23rd. Keep your eyes out for that. That will be meditation and healing and crystal bowl music, thanks to Andrea, and Hope, Healing, and Transformation. And then also stay tuned for a Survivor Support Zoom Circle in mid-September. More details to come soon. And again, I'm just hopping on here to kind of be a face and voice of hope for you all. And I just want all survivors out there to know that you're not alone. We believe you, we support you. And it's okay that healing is not linear. We know that on our journeys, that healing can be a process. Definitely reach out and stay connected to this community. I think there'll be a lot here for a lot of different people. And I think that, we need to keep in mind that self-care is crucial. Self-care is not non-negotiable, and it's not optional. It's crucial on our journeys, no matter what you've been through, even just for humans in general. Self-care is crucial. So, I think it's really cool that we can come together on a virtual platform, especially right now when a lot of things that are usually happening in person are not. And yeah, we got another person from Brooklyn. Angela had a question regarding the sealer. I have a spray sealer that I've used for painting rocks before, so I think I'm going to use that one. I think you can go to any store to look at the sealer that is a spray sealer. I think that will be the easiest one to avoid painting again on top of the Mod Podge. I think a clear sealer that you can use for rock painting or sealing paint might be the best one to use over the Mod Podge if you want it to really seal really well. Oh, Sarah, that's amazing. Sarah said that they're using her daughter's artwork on theirs. Her artwork has been a healing outlet for her. That's so amazing. I would love to see that, Sarah. So if you could send that to one of us, that would be amazing. That's so cool. That's so creative too, just to think about that. So I love how people can take their own spin on these things, and that's why we're doing it, just to get all different people involved and to unify as either survivors, those who care about survivors, parents of survivors, survivors themselves, or just people passionate about this issue and passionate about letting survivors know that they're not alone or contributing to their healing. So Caitlin put a quote on hers that said, "Every blade of glass has its angel that bends over it and whispers grow." Beautiful. That's amazing. These tiles, yeah, I think they would work with photographs. I don't know if they would work with like full-on big pictures, just because it would be hard to get them to stick. But I think if you use a photograph the size of the tile, I think it will work. Angela, that was a great question. And Caitlin said she's using photographs on hers, and so far so good. So that's a great answer. Welcome to anyone that's just joined us. I will go over the directions one more time, and then I will probably hop off of here to give you time to kind of finish yours up. We would love, love, love to see photos of these on social media. So if you would like to tag us at PAVE Info on social media, just to let us know that you did the project and anything else that you got out of it. Definitely, we'd love to hear your stories, your experiences, why you chose the words or photos that you did, and anything else that you'd like to share with us. We would love to see that. So definitely do that on social media. So you can see mine starting to dry a little bit and everything's starting to look a little bit clearer. So I'll probably look for something else to put in here and something else to put on this side. But for now, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to let it dry a little bit more. And then, so basically, I'm going to do one more overview of the supply list and things that you may need to know about the process, so that you can share this with your friends and family after, even if they didn't join us live. So you'll need a tile, an individual tile from a hardware store. This is just the one that I chose, but I know that people have different sizes. That would be awesome. And then you'll need some type of like magazine, or this one has the word wholeness on it, which I thought I could add to another one that I do, so that would be amazing. And then you'll need Mod Podge. You'll need a paintbrush or multiple paintbrushes, however you feel it works for you. And then you'll need to cut out different words or phrases or photos that you would like to have on your inspirational tile. For me, this one I did dream, I did peace, I did become, advocacy, to overflow, give thanks and everything, and some photos of flowers that I got from a magazine. Basically what you'll do is you'll lay your tile flat, put supplies out on a flat surface. You'll go through magazines and cut everything out, maybe lay it out in front of you so you can see that it all fits, or make up a couple. Make sure you have room for all of that. Paint a layer of Mod Podge on the bottom and then on top of what you put on it. And then start by placing words and pictures and phrases where you want them. Paint a few layers of Mod Podge on the top, and you can also use a paint sealer to seal the top to make it more durable. But to be honest, I use this one for many years, 4 years now, and it is a little bit well loved, but it still stayed pretty intact. You could always add an extra layer down the road as well. And then let it dry and enjoy. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. We would love to see your tiles, so if you could tag us on social media at PAVE Info, PAVEINFO, and that is the Instagram handle. You can also DM us if you want us to post yours. We can do that as well. And then if you'd like to get involved with PAVE, definitely email Rachel at shatteringthesilence.org. So it's Rachel, RACHEL, at shatteringthesilence.org. And then we have a couple things coming up. Mid-September, we have a Survivor Support Circle Zoom, and it will be for as kind of a survivor meetup, those who are survivors to connect with each other and support each other. We also have, at the end of the month, a event with Andrea and Melanie, with Hope and Healing, and they will be doing an awesome workshop for you as well. And then Angela just let us know that we are doing a survivor cookbook, and I just wanted to share that as well, just because it's exciting. We know that taking care of the mind is important, but also taking care of the body is important, especially as a survivor. And I know that that's been crucial for me on my journey. As many of you may have seen, my pelvic pain journey is very much intertwined with that, so I'm excited to see what's upcoming in that cookbook to just feel better physically as a survivor. It can take a toll on our minds, but also a toll on our bodies. So I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of the day. Soak up the light, soak up the sunshine. Know that healing is not linear, and wherever you are on your journey, that's okay. We're here to support you. We believe you. We support you. We want to hear your stories. We want to see your tiles, and definitely join us for more events. So I hope everyone has a great day, and take care. Bye, everybody.